Hello guys, welcome back to Why IT is for You. I was back again with another video. This time we're going to actually be talking about a couple of security definitions. I told you guys that I would come back, start a new video series almost, and we're just going to go a little bit in depth with security concepts. IT security concepts is the idea here. And the reason behind me going into this is for myself to learn as I'm studying to be in the IT security field, and just to gain and obtain knowledge as I progress through this whole transition rather. Today we're going to be talking about 3 key points. First key point is going to be about risk avoidance. The second key point is going to be about transfer of risk. And the third key point is going to be about risk mitigation. All right, so I'm not going to go too crazy with the video. I'm not going to go that long or that in depth, but basically just to get the key points out and just have you guys understand what it is, as well as just to make sure that I know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you have any feedback, please post them down below so that way I can look at that and see if I'm getting anything wrong. All right, let's do it. So I shouldn't even say so. I'm trying to work on my public speaking efforts as well here. For risk avoidance, I'm going to look at the Google definition, and with the Google definition, it says risk avoidance is the elimination of hazards, activities, and exposures that can negatively affect an organization's assets. For me, in security, what that means is we're going to go ahead and avoid any risk, or not any risk, but certain risk by any means possible. So whether I add a lock to a laptop and then I lock that laptop up to a desk, that's risk avoidance by not allowing anybody to come in and perhaps steal the laptop and take it off the organization premises. You can also only give, let's say, a computer profile certain rights, so that way that person can either download or they can plug in a USB and so forth. You're avoiding the risk of having a user potentially cause harm or hazard to your asset. All right, that's exactly what risk avoidance means to me. All right, next we're going to go into transfer of risk. Once again, reading off of google.com, a transfer of risk considered the underlying tenet of insurance transactions is a risk management technique where risk shifts from one party to another. Transfer of risk, that means in IT security, one way of transferring risk is insurance policies. Something is to happen to me, I utilize my insurance so that way my insurance can help me get back on track with our, I want to say, everyday, day-to-day activity or productivity. So what that means is, let's say I have a computer, I'm paying an insurance company to basically keep my files backed up, or I'm paying I don't want to say insurance company, let's say I'm paying a third party vendor to take care of all of my security necessities. So they lock down my computer, they know all the security protocols, they know how to scan my ports and make sure that everything is on the up and up and I'm not as exposed or vulnerable to outside threats. So what they do is I'm transferring that, I want to say, risk to them, and on their behalf they're ensuring my safety. All right, that's what transfer of risk is. So basically it's taking all security or potential hazardous, or taking away, just to make sure I get that right, taking away the risk that I can potentially have into their hands, so that way there's no problem with me taking on that responsibility, and then also allowing myself to feel a little bit more free whenever I'm utilizing my tools, because in my mind, if they're taking care of everything, then I'm good. I can do whatever I want on my computer. I mean, I want to say, in a way, you could say your IT team for your organization kind of takes away the risk from that actual user using the PC, right? Because if, let's say I'm a regular employee, I go to work, I'm using the computer, I should only have access and should be only able to do the things that I need to do on this computer. I shouldn't have extra access on the computer. So the risk is on them. If I find out that I have extra access and it's because the computer that was given to me had more rights than it should have, that's not my fault as a regular employee. But then maybe I should have been wise. But you get the point. Nevertheless, you get the point. So that. Sorry about that, guys. I got a phone call on this device that I am using to stream this video, or not really stream, but record this video. But next, we're gonna hop right into the next security concept here. It's gonna be risk mitigation. What is risk mitigation, you may ask? And this is kind of like lovely because I got the screen right there, then I got you right here, so I can easily just read. But risk mitigation is a strategy to prepare for and lessen the effects of threats faced by a data center. Comparable to risk reduction, risk mitigation takes steps to reduce the negative effects of threats and disasters on a business continuity. I can never say that word. It's like a tongue twister for me. So I'm not even going to try to repeat myself. But you can look it up if you want. CONTINUITY. What does that mean? What does it mean? It means it's actually drawing that line from you not taking on the actual risk yourself, right? When we talk about transfer of risk, you're not taking on that risk yourself. You're actually transferring it to somebody else. And then you have the risk avoidance, what we talked about first, right? It's like right in the middle. What are we doing to mitigate the effects of either someone else coming in and exposing us, or our own staff / employees exposing us or causing any harm to our data, right? So with risk mitigations, maybe we have set up proper, let's say, firewalls on our network to make sure that only certain data gets to go out, right? Only certain data also gets to come in. We got email filters, right? When you have an email filter, maybe you only want to be able to receive emails from certain IP addresses, external IP addresses. You're right. You don't want to have just anybody being able to email you selectively if you are an important person within your organization, or just an important person in general. You are important. Everybody's important. So they email you. It could be a phishing scheme. And for those who don't know what phishing is, that's going to be another video. We're not going to talk about it here. But it could be a phishing scheme where they're trying to get information from you, either to harm you or to harm someone closest to you. I think I just defined kind of what it is. But anyways, with that, we want to put up certain filters so that way they're not able to get that information to you and you don't accidentally do harm to yourself with that data that they send to you. So that's another way of risk mitigation. Then you also have, let's take it into the physical concepts, right? I have a badge, right, to get inside of my workplace. In order for anyone to get inside of the place that I work at, they need a badge, right? And if they don't have it, then they can't get in. So we're ideally preventing someone who doesn't work there from getting in, all while allowing me access to get to where I need to be. And the only hindrance is that I need to take the badge out of my pocket or bag in order to badge the door or rotating door or whatever to get in. But is it really hindering me, or is it really blocking someone who is potentially going to or could do harm to the organization? But anyways, that's another way of risk mitigation, really. There's a more physical way of doing it. I mean, there's so much more concepts or so much more ways that you can kind of think about what risk mitigation is, but that's what it means, once again, to me and my understanding of it. Like I said, if you guys have any feedback, please leave it in the comments below. I thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a blessed day. All right, once again, thank you very much. I am Why IT is for you. And please join the Slack channel if you have not. That is linked below. Please check out my other videos if you have not checked those out. And don't forget to like and subscribe. See you guys in the next one. Peace.